Market is open. This is an old setup I used to have. I've got cumulative delta for the NQ and also cumulative delta for the ES just on the 5-minute chart. Got the 3-day volume profile on the 5-minute, and I've got the session daily volume profile on the 1-minute. We are up at the highs of the session. Got the highs of a few days ago, 788. I traded a little bit of the election with some micros, so I'm already up 125 bucks or so. The price action was not anywhere near as volatile as the 2016 election. I remember trying to trade during the 2016 election. That was just insane. The NQ was moving hundreds of points all through the night, just up and down and all over the place. It was crazy. But last night was pretty dang tame. I was surprised. No major news today on the forex factory calendar. Tesla is up 13%. Elon's getting the Trump boost. Just grabbed a little short on the Bulenox count. So we were coming up here. Delta was dropping off. And the ES delta is going down even though the NQ's popping up. I had seen 780 something as a level on the 4-hour chart, so I went for a little scalp short. Definitely don't want to hold it. We're still motivating higher here. We made it up to whole number. We have retraced back to the current center of... Wow, it's already 9:45. This morning just went by so quick, it seems like. Look at the size of the wick on this delta right here. Right as we're making it up to whole number, huge wick on the delta. We just dropped down 80 points. Delta waves to the downside. 80x dot. Just got a MACD crossover, moving below the 20. Some strong delta coming in. When I saw this huge candle, huge delta on the first break of the 20 SMA, we still had some good room down to the next key levels area. Had to hop in for a little momentum short there. We did make it down to the London Open here. Bounced up 12 points or so. Now we're resuming the downtrend. Got a lot of negative delta coming in on the NQ and the ES 5-minute. We're getting some hesitation at the low of the 15-minute opening range here. We had our first ebb and flow dot on the 5-minute chart of the session. Taking a break lower, immediately popped down 30 points. Some delta waves to the upside as we're coming down. This delta is decreasing. Just made it back up to the 250 SMA, getting some rejection there. We had a delta wave to the downside and a lot of negative delta on this ebb and flow 5-minute candle as well. On the higher time frames, still in an uptrend though. We keep hovering around the nipple on this titty, the high volume area of the session. We had an 80x dot with a nice wicking candle here and closed just barely above the 20 SMA with a delta wave to the upside. We just had a nice pop right back up to the 15-minute center, 40-point move right there in 1 minute. Get a nice rejection right off the 15-minute center, over 20 points. Love the center of the 15-minute opening range. That's why I put it in the MMT key levels indicator. We had all this delta coming in back here, but for the last 10 minutes or so, even though we're getting these crazy moves, there's hardly any delta coming in. We rejected hard off to the 15-minute center. 80x dot to the downside, came right back down to the London Open and the 20 SMA. I wanted to go long right there. I really did. We were breaking above whole number. We had a triple X, triple moving average crossover signal to the upside. Delta was picking up. We even had a triple moving average crossover signal on the 5-minute. Nice wick on this candle off the 50 and the 20. We just popped right back up to the center of the 15-minute opening range, 30 points in 1 minute. Now we're getting some hold up at the 15-minute center. We had an ebb and flow back here. Never triggered, we never broke above the high. I say if we do get some stronger movement above the high of this candle, even though it didn't trigger on the next candle, usually I like to have price break on the very next candle to consider it an official valid trade, but still levels that I look for. If we get a nice close above that area, it would be above the 15-minute center. Be looking to retest the high of the opening range, or at least to get my 5 or 10 points. So we got a close above the center of the 15-minute range. We had a couple of delta waves at the upside. We've been pushing higher, up 40 points. I've been multitasking this morning, doing some other work stuff, and I barely got any sleep, so I'm gonna go back to sleep and take a nap. We had an ebb and flow dot on the last candle when we broke higher, made it up over 20 points. I also did a video about some new updates available for the key levels indicator. So if you have the key levels indicator, definitely check out that video and go get your new updated version. Some new features. I hope you got some good ideas for your own trading. There's links to the prop firms that I'm trading with in the description if you feel like using my codes and helping to support the channel. Up $355 after commissions. I had some losing trades overnight when I was trading the election on the micros, 86%. Thanks for taking the time to tune in. Best of luck in your trading. Have a great day.